Hey guys, it's Marla, and this is my review of a foundation that I picked up about 2 weeks ago. I am going to give you a review of this product based on what I was looking for and try to give you some idea as to who might like this foundation and who should probably stay clear of this foundation, because this particular foundation really is definitely not a foundation for everyone. And the foundation that I recently picked up was the one by Cover FX. It's the Natural FX water-based foundation. This ran about $40 at Sephora. It's a medium coverage foundation. It's supposed to give you a satin finish. And I'll tell you what were the things that I liked about this. I have many imperfections in my face. I have scars, as you can see, a really bad red scar that is not a pimple, that is actually a red scar there and a reddish scar there. I have a red scar right here. I have really red areas around my nose. I have hyperpigmentation above my lip. I have hyperpigmentation all over my cheeks with loads of freckles. And I have lines and fine lines and wrinkles. So I am dealing with a lot of stuff a lot of younger people aren't dealing with. Just a lot of things that I have to consider when I'm looking for a foundation. So some of the reasons why I chose this one. I was in Sephora a couple weeks ago. I looked at, I don't know, I must have tried on at least 15 foundations, probably more than 15 foundations on my face. And I was specifically looking for foundations that were, one, a little bit more buildable coverage that I could build up, more of a medium coverage that would cover up a lot of these problems that I'm dealing with on my face. Number two, I have a really oily T-zone, so I did want a liquid foundation, but I wanted one that wasn't going to feel like it was starting to build up on my face more oil and grease and just make me feel slimy. Number three, I have very yellow undertones, and I was looking for foundations that had really a good range of colors. I know a lot of foundations either seem to be very light, and I have a hard time finding ones that are very yellow-based, or they run a lot very pink undertones. I just wanted to find foundation that really could offer me a lot of different shades. This kind of fit the bill for everything I was looking for. Like I said, it was $40. It's very buildable to me. I can wear just a little bit to cover up some areas, or I can do a whole full face if I want to really kind of get rid of every imperfection in my face. It, to me, did not make my face oily. Actually, as I wore it during the day, it almost seemed to make my face a little drier than actually make it oilier. That's just the way my face reacted to it. It had a huge color selection. I think there's 4 different series, one for golden ebony colors, one for pink undertones, one for pink yellow undertones, and one for yellow to olive undertones, which is what I got. I got the M60, which is the series for people with yellow to olive undertones. And what I like about this is this actually has replaced my concealer. I can actually put this around my eye area and conceal. I don't necessarily have bags, but I do have darker circles under my eyes. So I can actually kind of spot treat these areas around my eyes and around my nose, and then just blend out a little bit for light days, and then put a little bit more on when I want more of a fuller face coverage. So let me show you what this looks like. One, when I just kind of want to do some spot treatments, and then I'll put the full face coverage on. It is a little thicker to apply, and I have found for me personally, this is for me personally, the best way to apply this was with my fingers and to do one section of my face at a time. So instead of dotting this in dots all over my face first and then blending it, I would just dot like a certain area here, blend that in, then dot around my nose, blend that in, and just kind of move that way, because it seems to have a tendency to dry a little bit, and it's a little tougher to blend. But once I mean, the way I did it, I had no problems blending it in seamlessly, and it looked really like a beautiful canvas. So I'm going to be quiet now, and I'm just going to do some spot treatments around my eye area, around the redness up here, and around my nose, just to get a feel and let you see what it looks like when I'm on a light day, when I don't want to put this all over my face, how much I can cover up and camouflage some of my imperfections. So let me get started. All right, this is my face when I just did some spot treatments around my eyes to do the concealing under my eyes. I put some here above my eyes to kind of take away the darkness that I get sometimes here above my eyes. I did it around my nose, and you can see the redness around my nose is gone. And then I just blended just a little bit out this way. I did not put a full face on, so I still have, I mean, it really did kind of do a nice job at concealing this. The scar up here is a really nasty scar, so I almost have to put Dermablend or something on that to really kind of cover that up. But everything else I really do like. It kind of covers up those imperfections. And my face does not feel greasy at all. It really isn't shiny at all. It looks more satiny, but definitely it is not greasy feeling. It feels more, almost a little bit more matte-like to me. So I really do like it because I am able just to kind of do some spot treatments in areas to really, like I said, I don't really feel the need, even though, I mean, obviously I still have a little bit there. I put a little Benefit on there to brighten that area up, but I really don't feel like I need to pile on another concealer, which will then end up making my lines show more, because this really does blend in really well. It doesn't, for me anyway, go into any of my wrinkles around my eyes. So now let me put on just a little bit more in case to show you what it would look like if I wanted a little bit more fuller coverage to really cover up this hyperpigmentation. For example, if I was going to get photography done, or if I was going to go out and really kind of wanted to look really perfect when it comes to my skin. So let me add just a little bit more. All right, I know I'm kind of in your personal space right now, but I wanted to kind of come in and kind of let you see how it's covered up a lot of the hyperpigmentation, a lot of the redness that was around, especially this area of my nose. It has covered up fairly well my under eye dark circles. All I'm going to do is put just a little Benefit eye brightener right here just to brighten up that area, but it has really done a nice job at kind of giving me a nice seamless canvas for my face without making it really, I see absolutely no shine whatsoever. It does have more of a satin finish, but to me it's almost satin matte. My face doesn't feel oily at all. It almost feels a little bit drier, and I almost think this foundation probably wouldn't be, if I was going to say people who I would think would not like this foundation, be people who want just light coverage, maybe a younger person that really doesn't have a lot of imperfections to deal with and just wants to just kind of have a very, very natural looking foundation that is very light. Probably someone possibly with deeper pores may want to test this out first just to check to see if it goes into their pores. And someone that has very, very deep lines may want to also check it on their face first before purchasing this. But for me, this is really great for someone maybe that just wants to have one product to take with them traveling that would work as a concealer foundation. I think this is perfect for that. Someone who has hyperpigmentation like me, I think this would be a great product for them. Someone that has redness, a lot of redness around their nose, areas like that. This to me is a great foundation for that also. So let me put the rest of my makeup on and let you see what a full blown face looks like once I'm all made up with the Cover FX foundation on. So I'm back and I put the rest of my makeup on my face. The only thing I added to my face once I left was my Benefit eye brightener, but I did not put any more concealer under my eyes. The only thing that is concealing my dark circles is the actual foundation itself. And I just put on my blush, a little bit of bronzer, a little bit of highlighter, and my lipstick, and that is it. And I really, really love this coverage. This is probably some of the best coverage I've had for my under eye circles, for the redness around my nose, and for the hyperpigmentation on my face. You don't know how many times I've put on concealer and a foundation and those darn dark circles still pop through. This Natural FX by Cover FX, really, I just love this stuff. And like I said, some people love it, some people hate it, but I think if you are looking for something to cover redness, to cover dark circles, possibly hyperpigmentation, you will love this. If you're someone that's looking for very light coverage, wants to feel more of a creamy, liquidy, very light feeling foundation, this is not it. This is a thicker foundation. This does not go on like a typical liquid foundation. This is thicker, but it's actually covering up. That's why I like it so much. It's covering up a lot of my imperfections. And if you have deep pores and maybe very deep lines in your face, you may want to try this out, test it out first to see, go out in the light and see if you like it. But for me personally, this is great because like I said, I can spot areas and just kind of conceal my eyes, conceal around my nose, blend it in just a little bit for a light day. But then if I want a full force coverage foundation, I can put it all over my face and it really does give me a satin finish. I've worn this all day. I live in the heat. As I'm walking around all day with this on my face does not feel like it's getting oilier. I don't even have any powder on my face right now. My face does not, this does not seem to kind of kick in and get greasy on my face. So if you have a lot of the imperfections that I have, you may want to at least take a look at this the next time you're out. Like I said before, I've passed this I don't know how many times when I was looking for foundations and I just never tried it, and I'm so glad I did try it and made this purchase because I think this is probably going to be my foundation for a while now because I've yet to find anything this good with this many shades that match my skin coloring so perfectly. I hope you enjoyed that review, guys. I will see you soon. Have a good day. Bye-bye.